My name is Bobbi Goddard, and I am going to be a third-year acting student at the U of A in the BFA acting program. And this year I am a fortunate member of the two-member young company, playing Hermia in Midsummer Night's Dream, and a number of roles in King Lear as cast as ensemble. It's really exciting to be part of a company that is such an institution, first of all, that's been around for such a long time, but also to act, in scenes with actors who have cut their teeth on the same stage, many times over. People, who were in the young company 20 years ago, or, started the company when they were a BFA student, and now they're still playing the boards and I get to do it with them. It's very exciting. And, it's really a gift to be in the process of completing your degree and be able to practically apply the things that you're learning in a professional setting. But mostly it's just really fun. Mostly it's just joyful to have a job where you get to play with people that are so alive, and there's so much magic. And programs like the Young Company are essential, actually. I came back to theater school after, I went to a diploma program and took a break, and I knew the value of getting a gig, how few and far between they are, and there isn't really a class that teaches you how to behave professionally, or what to expect, or how to endure, 12-hour tech days for a week and a half. It's the kind of thing you just have to do. And so, it's essential, because even practical experience in school is not the same as an experience like this, and on such a scale. That's the other difference, is, an 1,100 seat house and a park is not the same thing as, a black box in a classroom. It's a real joy to perform outdoors, especially when the weather is supporting your design and supporting the story that you're telling. Like we were just saying, King Lear is a storm, a storm for a man, a storm for a play. That's the setting. Shakespeare gives us that in his words. But then when Mother Nature cooperates, it's like this sort of extra magic that you can't plan on, and that's pretty cool. And also, it's just it's not hard to play and feel all of the magic in something like Midsummer Night's Dream, where there's fairies and sprites, and there's everything green, and there's anything could happen. It's this sort of romance of a romantic comedy. All of that romance is alive in the park, because it's green and you can hear the birds and the trees, and yeah, you don't have to imagine it because you're inside of it, It's particularly interesting as a student being offered a role in a professional production, because as a student I'm technically still learning, so there's a level of intimidation of, whoa, I'm gonna be playing one of 4 lovers, and the other 3 lovers are, professional actors who are doing their thing all the time, and I'm a student. So for a second I was like, ooh, I hope I can do it. But then I realized that the training I've already had and my experience with Shakespeare, it is enough to bolster me, and so I just approached it like I would approach any other script. I did lots of prep. I read books about Athens, I read books about other productions of Midsummer Night's Dream, I watched videos, but all of that is to say that the really exciting stuff is having that live inside somewhere and then just forgetting about it, because there are 3 other people that are really exciting and that are teaching me everything I need to know about who she is. And then it was even more exciting to take Shakespeare's words and go, oh yeah, I can make that real, I can make that honest, because I would say that. So that was a big part of learning her, of figuring out how I was going to play, is realizing that she could sound and move like Bobbi does. I was thinking last night about how excited I am for people to see this play, because something about Shakespeare, people think that of all theater it's the least accessible because it sounds so different and foreign almost, because we don't hear it enough nowadays. But I was watching the play last night while I was waiting to enter, and I was like, this is more accessible than theater that I've seen in ages, and that regardless of who wrote it, regardless of the style of the language, because it's so playful. So I'm excited for people to come see it, especially like my parents who think they don't understand Shakespeare will be able to watch this play, and I know they'll understand it. I know they'll see the magic and they'll feel everything and they'll follow the story, and I know how exciting that will be for them. There's something really magical that I've learned in being a part of Freewill about finding a way to use the beauty of the language in a way that is unpretentious and makes people feel like they're in on the story too, because everyone should be in on the story, I think.